Cathie Woods just bought this many shares, that's right, 117,000 shares, which is about almost $28 million worth just a couple of days ago into Tesla stock. And this is a very bullish sign.
But Pejjy, Cathie Woods' invest fund, ARK Invest, is down 65% since 2021. How is this even good?
Yeah, you're right. The fund is down 65% since February of 2021, which is really bad. But Cathie Woods has been spot on with Tesla stock price action for the past few years. In 2019 or 2018 or even in 2017, it was one of those years, Cathie Woods predicted that the stock could be worth as high as $2,500 by the year of 2020. Guess what happened in 2021, just a year later? The stock reached around, actually in 2020, it reached $2,500, and then we did a 5-for-1 stock split. Then 2 years later, we did a 3-for-1 stock split. So we're way beyond $2,500 per share pre-split at the time that she announced it, that she predicted it. Now she's saying Tesla stock is going to be at 2,000 by the year of 2027. So literally less than 3 years from now, less than 4 years from now, which is absolutely a sheesh flipping moment. But to be honest with you guys and give credit where it's due, Cathie Woods' investments into Tesla stock, even though it's been like day trading, she does hold a certain amount of fund that she holds and she never sells. But the other half of it, she, plays around the market. She buys high. I guess sometimes she does buy high, but she really buys low and sells high. And she plays around along with it. And she's done a very good job in timing the market, even though nobody, and I mean nobody, not even Cathie Woods, is really good in timing the market, or anybody, but she does a very good job with Tesla stock. And now the fact that she's buying back in like $28 million compared to her entire portfolio, it's nothing. But nonetheless, she's starting to buy, or she actually did buy, she started to buy. That is a big bullish sign for me. And Jim Cramer says 2024 Tesla stock's not going to do well. So that's how I also know that 2024 is going to be a wonderful year. Put those two and two together, 2024 is going to be an awesome year for Tesla. Anyways, I want to show you guys Cathie Woods' ARK Invest trading for Tesla stock and showing how she did a really good job with buying and selling the stock. It's, when you look at the chart, it's you gotta give her credits. It's a sheesh moment. Anyways, so smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go. So here's Cathie Woods' ARK Invest funds buying and selling of Tesla stock. If you zoom out to 15 years, she's been buying pretty much in 2018, and I think that's when she said Tesla stock will be worth $2,500 per share by 2020, which it exceeded that, much more than that. But we don't care about 15 years. Let's go to 5 years and take a look at this, guys. And this is why, I mean, nobody can time the market. Nobody. Not even Cathie Woods. You guys can see there was a lot of mistakes that she did here, but for the most part, she timed it well. For someone who's trading, she timed it really, really well. Let's go from the beginning. In 2020, she sold 478,000 shares, but that's because the stock was up around like 60% at that time. And then it went up again. It soared to the peak, which was over 300%. She sold 2 million there. But then she bought more here in the consolidation part. Then when it's roared back up again, she sold pretty much at the peak here of about over 200% in gains. Then again, when the stock consolidated, she started to buy again. And I'm not too sure if she bought here when it was going up. She could have. And she bought more at the peak here, but she sold when it went down. So she lost some money here. Or because she bought so much in 2015, 2016, it didn't matter if she, even sold or bought at these prices, because it's all profits at this point. But she didn't stop selling there. She sold when the stock price reached a high of like $410 or $407, 6 million shares, 1 million shares, 500,000 shares, 250,000 shares. And then when the stock really went down in November and December, where I pretty much dumped my entire savings into Tesla stock, because the stock was like below 200, below 150, it was flipping insane. She started to buy 545, 814, and then when it consolidated and it went up again, she started to sell. And since then, she's been selling until now, buying around 117,000 shares, this number right here, or about $28 million worth. The reason why Cathie Woods' strategy here is so significant and very interesting to keep an eye out for is that she knows when the stock is too high and she knows when the stock is too low. You guys can see it here. In the highs, she did nothing but sell every single month. Pretty much for half of the year, or pretty much the whole entire year, she was just selling. It wasn't until it went down at the end of the year where she started to buy, and she started to sell again when it came back up again. and now she's buying again, which is a really good sign. But take a look at here. Although she was selling 2 million or half a million here, she was buying 2 million again, and then she sold, and then she bought another 2 million, and then she bought 5 million here, and then she sold the 5 million here. I mean, I think that 5 million was a big mistake. I think they realized that, but for the most part, they seem to know when to buy and sell Tesla at least 70% of the time. So that's why Cathie Wood's buying Tesla stock right now, right before the New Year's, is a very interesting time. Why do I think it's an interesting time? Because right now investors and other hedge funds and institutional investors are reshuffling their portfolio, mainly for tax reasons. As soon as New Year starts, I mean, if you take a look at Tesla stock since the New Year, it started to roar up. Even though Tesla was cutting prices, which was the reason why the stock was going down. So what it looks like what's happening is Cathie Wood is seeing some signals in the market that, hey, if interest rates are going to be cut in 2024, that means companies that was affected heavily from it, like a company like Tesla, will be roaring back or recovering quite nicely in 2024. And I think she sees that, and I think we will see a sentiment shift in 2024 when it comes to the global economy, with the Fed, with demand and customers. And I think she's seeing the opportunity now to buy some Tesla stock before it even goes lower. Now, does that mean because she bought Tesla stock's not going to go lower? I don't think so. If Q4 comes out really bad and really ugly, and if margins are in bottom, then Tesla stock will be trading lower, maybe in the low 200s or high 100s. So it doesn't mean because she bought, the stock hasn't bottomed yet, or it won't go lower. It 100% could. But I think she's taking her chance here and taking the risk, because if Q4 does bottom and it comes up better than expected, Tesla stock will be north of 300 extremely easily. And that's why I think Cathie was like, you know what, let's buy a little bit now, and if it does go lower, we'll buy even more. But 2024 should be a really good year for Tesla. Margins should go back up, interest rates should go down, which will help Tesla, and overall the pros outweighing the cons. Now, another reason why I think Cathie Wood's bought this many shares and pour $28 million into Tesla stock right now is because Jim Cramer came out and said that 2024 won't be a good year for Tesla. And if you guys already know, Jim Cramer, whatever he says, the opposite exactly happened. It's a fantastic indicator. So shout out to Jim Cramer for saying that, because now we know that Tesla stock is going to go to the flippin' moon. Obviously not financial advice, but a possibility. Only if Q4 comes out very nicely. And my prediction for Q4 deliveries, which is literally in 2 weeks time, and I will be live streaming here. So if you guys are ready, man, it's gonna be a lot of fun on this on the live stream. I did it once for the Cybertruck live event, and a lot of people came, and I was shocked to see that many people came. I think it was over 300 that came to live stream. I was like, wow, that was awesome. We all had a great time, and we'll do the same thing for the delivery day, release day as well. So that's gonna be very exciting. And this is what I predict Tesla, how many vehicles Tesla's going to deliver. Yeah, it may sound crazy and it may not come true, but I am extremely confident this is the case. Check it out, you won't be disappointed, guys. Get your I Bought the Dip t-shirt. 10% off if you use the code ISAIDGFY. If you guys know, you know. And subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya.